Hello everyone, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay, I think I have given one assignment query.
Yes, ma'am.
So, okay, what is the query in that?
Write a query to display all the department details from all the employees whose name starting with S.
Okay, yeah, tell me the query. How to write it? How to execute the query?
Select department
Select department.
from employee 3
Okay,
where department numbering
department number.
in
Okay,
open parenthesis. Select department number from employee 1 where employee name like open double within the double quotes S modulus. Close parenthesis, semicolon.
okay. The person who is working in testing department has the name starting from S character, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone got the same answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Today we are going to start a new topic that is means under the subquery we have a correlated subquery. Correlated subquery. This is nothing but it is an just advanced type in the subquery. Okay, and here like how the subquery works, how we write the subquery means here we are going to mix up the subquery thing as well as the joins. Okay, means we are going to write the query even in the way of joins and also the subquery. Here mainly we are using the self join. Okay, here the correlated subquery works based on the principle of both joins as well as the subquery. And what happens in the subquery is here the like the inner query completely depends on the outer query. What happens in the subquery? Subquery, what happens? Like, did the outer query depends on the inner query or inner query depends on the outer query?
Outer query depends on inner query.
Right? Here, the opposite. Like, the outer query does not depend on the inner query, but inner query completely depends on the outer query. Means the outer query get executed first, the compiler will execute the outer query. The output of the outer query will be provided as the input for the inner query. Then it will get executed. Okay. That is how the correlated subquery works. Why we use this correlated subquery? We have already the subquery, right? We can use that only. Why means to find the nth maximum and nth minimum value. Nth maximum and nth minimum value means what we can say, like first maximum salary, second maximum salary, seventh maximum salary. Now we have a table. In that, I want to find the seventh maximum salary or 10th maximum salary. For such queries, we need to use this correlated subquery. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I hope my voice is clear and not well. So it is clear, right? Are you feeling any disturbance? Okay. Okay. Now, as I said, to identify nth maximum and nth minimum value, we are going to use this correlated subquery. So, but here there is a default syntax to find nth maximum value and to find nth minimum value. Okay, to find to identify nth maximum value. Syntax is this is like, since we are using the subquery, we will have the outer query, and inner query, right? So while finding the nth maximum value, on that time we are going to write outer query as lesser than inner query. Okay. This is the concept. Like if we are finding the nth maximum value, outer query should be less than inner query. How we write the syntax for that? Syntax is first select, then we need to mention the column which they asked us to display, that column name, then the table from employee, or we can say employee. This is the outer query table. I'll take. This is outer query, right? So I'm going to take it as outer query table. Okay. This, what happens, as I said before itself, correlated subquery works on the principle of how it will work.
Inner query will depend on outer query.
Yeah, okay. Inner query depends on outer query. I'm asking about the principle. It will work both similar to, like it includes both subquery as well as joins, right? So here, particularly, it includes the self join. Okay. So self join, we should consider a table, single table has A or something. For our convenience, we are going to divide that table into two parts, right? So here
ma'am.
I'm going to consider this outer query table, and by using the alias statement, that is has, I'm going to consider the table as A. Okay. Then after that, the condition, where class I'm using. Here I'm going to mention n minus 1. N, what is this N means? We are going to identify the nth maximum value, right? Nth maximum value that will be provided in a query. For example, second maximum salary. They are asking you to display the second maximum salary. Then, what is the value of n?
2.
Right? That is how the n value will be provided in the query. That should be given to the in the n place, and then we need to minus it with 1. Okay. After that, then next, what we should do, we need to start the subquery or the inner query. Okay. Select. Here, we are going to take the count multi-row function. Okay. And inside that, we are going to mention the column inner query table, like the column which we took here. See, if they asked, as I was giving the example for salary, okay, we are in the maximum salary. I need to, like, first or second maximum salary I need to display. Okay, so here what we should do, count of distinct class. Why we use the distinct class?
Unique values,
Yeah, so
not
by
duplicate.
mentioning correct. By mentioning the distinct class, we should mention the particular column which they asked us to display. Okay. After that, in the inner query where condition, we are going to write the joining condition. Okay. Here I said now outer query should be less than inner query, like outer query table. Outer query table column that should be less than inner query table column. How we write the joining condition? Here, what is the outer query table we are going? Sorry, I didn't mention the inner query table. Then we need to mention the table is inner query table. I'm going to consider it as B. Okay. After that, we are going to write the condition where first table is A dot column name. Then what we should use, less than. Why? Because we are finding the maximum value. So in the maximum value, we should give the less than symbol. Then B dot column. Which column you will provide here?
Salary.
Salary. This is a self join. Which column?
Common column.
Column.
Same, like as we give the common column, no common column here. Since I have considered one table as different tables, right? So that is correct that we are going to give the salary column only. Okay, don't get confused.
Okay, ma'am.
If you said one answer, just stick to it. If you are 100% sure. Okay. Okay. Then like the same one, same syntax, you can write it in another way. What is the changes means? Here we written n minus 1, but here we are going, another way we can write is we can directly mention the nth value. Okay. When we mention the nth value here directly, here what happens in the joining condition less than or equal to, we should write. Okay. Just this is the change. We can use this syntax or this one, any of them. Then the next is to identify the nth minimum value. Here, to find the nth minimum value, what we are going to do is this less than changes to greater than. Okay. The syntax is, it will also say it also contains like the two-way syntax. You can use any one of them. What are all the changes we can do here in this syntax for finding the minimum value?
Instead of less than, we have to write greater than.
That's it. Or we can write directly, we can mention the n value, and then we should use here greater than or equal. Okay. This is the syntax for writing the correlated subquery and to find the nth maximum and nth minimum value. Okay, for example, I'll take the example. Write a query to display third maximum salary. Okay, the query is write a query to display third maximum salary. What they asked to display? They asked us to display the third maximum salary from the table. Okay. So, how can we write the query? Select salary. Salary table only salary column I should take as to display, right? Because they directly ask only you should display the third maximum salary. Okay, so I took salary column in front of the select statement, and then I need to mention the table, that is employee. I'm going to consider the table as A, then where condition. What is the nth value?
3.
3, right? If I take the first one, this syntax, 3 minus 1, what happens?
2.
Yeah, so 2 is equal to, need to write the subquery, select count of distinct salary, then from employee as B. Okay, then need to write the joining condition in the where condition by using where class, that is A dot, which column? Salary column. That should be less than or greater than.
Less than.
Less than 3 dot salary. Same, like you should look into the syntax. The same way you should give the values according to the query. Okay. Let me execute this. Third maximum salary, which is the third maximum salary we have in our table. First maximum salary is 6,000. Just look into the first digits, okay? 6,000 is the first maximum salary.
Second is
And
5,000. Third is
yeah,
4,000.
4,000, right? 4,000. We have two people who are taking the salary 4,000, right? So we need to get this output has 4,000, right? See, if we give like here in the place of select salary, if we provide maybe it's distinct, maybe we'll get just one time 4,000. Let me try. Yeah, understood? Correlated subquery. The same way, you need to find the third minimum salary, fourth maximum salary. The values will changes. Okay, you just want to understand the query which is given, and then you need to compare it with the syntax. How can you give the particular values to a particular table name or column name and nth value? Okay, clear? Any doubts?
Clear, ma'am.
Okay, then take down the note. Take down the heading as correlated subquery. Correlated subquery. In that, write down point wise. First point. These are advanced type of subquery. These are advanced type of subquery. Next point. Correlated subqueries works on the principle. Correlated subqueries works on the principle. Works on the principle of subquery and joins. Correlated subqueries works on the principle of subquery and joins. Next point. In correlated subquery, in correlated subquery, the subquery depends on the outer query. The subquery depends on the outer query. Next point. The compiler will give control to the outer query. The compiler will give control to the outer query, which is executed first time, which is executed for the first time and it will prepare the output and it will prepare the output and it will prepare the output. Next point, the output of the outer query the output of the outer query the output of the outer query will be provided as will be provided as an will be provided as an input to the inner query. Will be provided as an input to the inner query. Input to the inner query. Next, write down the heading as usage of correlated subquery. Usage of correlated subquery. In that, in order to identify first point, in order to identify nth maximum and nth minimum value, in order to identify nth maximum and nth minimum value, we directly go for correlated subqueries. In order to identify nth maximum and nth minimum value, we directly go for correlated subquery. We directly go for correlated subquery. Next point. In order to identify maximum value, in order to identify maximum value, inner query joining condition or joining condition of the inner query, joining condition of the inner query should be written in the following format. In order to identify maximum value, joining condition of the inner query, joining condition of the inner query should be written in the following format. Take down this that outer query table, the first line, and then take down the syntax. Take down both the way of syntax. Okay, just let me know after you guys complete it.
Ma'am, completed copy.
Others
Yes, ma'am.
done.
Done, ma'am.
Next one, in order to identify, in order to identify in minimum value, in order to minimum value, done this. Done this simple.
Ma'am, completed.
Done the example one. First one, write a query to display. Write a query to display Third maximum salary. Write a query to display. Third maximum salary. Pick down the answer. Click on it.
Then, ma'am.
Okay, pick down the next query. Write a query to display fourth minimum salary. Write a query to display fourth minimum salary. Leave some space. Click on the next query. Write a query to display. Write a query to display third maximum salary. Third maximum salary. Or third minimum salary. Third maximum salary or third minimum salary. Next query. Write a query to display. Write a query to display seventh maximum salary. Write a query to display seventh maximum salary. Next query. Write a query to display sixth minimum salary. Write a query to display sixth minimum salary. Sixth minimum salary. Next query. Write a query to display. Write a query to display first three maximum salaries. First three maximum salary. How can we write a query for this? What is the query say? First three maximum salary means In the previous queries, we are taking the numbers like first maximum salary, second maximum salary. But here they have given the query like you need to display first three maximum salaries. Means we need to display the first three of the maximum salary. All the three. First maximum salary, second, and the third. Okay, we need to display first three maximum salary. How can we write? The syntax will be same. Okay, like select. We need to mention salary column. Better to mention the salary with distinct. Okay, use distinct for while mentioning the column. Then we need to mention from employee. I'm going to consider it as A. Then where, what is the nth value?
N is 3.
3.
3, right? I'm going to use the syntax second one. Okay, this syntax. Okay, I'm not taking n minus 1. I'm directly mentioning the n value. So, n is 3. Okay, then is equal to, need to start the subquery. Select count of. Here, while writing, since they ask to display first three maximum salary, you need to write greater than or equal to while starting the subquery. Okay? Then you should write the same thing. Distinct salary from employee as B. Then we should mention the condition, joining condition, that is A dot salary. Here we need to take the less than and equal, right? If you are mentioning the in value directly, what is the joining condition will hold? Less than or equal to, right?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So we are going to mention less than or equal to P dot salary. What are the first three maximum salary we have? 6,000, 5,000 and 4,000, right? Salary.
Ma'am, distinct spelling in third row, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. 6,000, 5,000 and 4,000 are the three maximum salaries we have. Okay, in the same way, if they ask to write a query to display first three minimum salary, what are all the changes you need to do? Here in the while before starting the subquery, you should mention
3
the
less than equal.
same you should mention. Okay, there is no changes. The same like greater than or equal to only you should mention. Only the changes that happens in the joining condition. Joining condition, we are going to change it as greater than or equal to. Okay, clear?
What about first where condition? There will not
No
be.
changes. That will be same. Just the changes is since we are changing to minimum value. That's it. So the minimum value, to find the minimum value, we should change it into greater than or equal to. Clear? Here in the correlated subquery, main thing is you should mention, you should remember the syntax. Okay. Clear any doubts?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
for minimum value, we have to use greater than, right?
Yeah, in the joining condition, we are going to change it into greater than.
For maximum condition, we have to use less than.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, when we use, I mean, same n,
Sorry.
when we use the same n value,
Sorry, same what value?
n value, ma'am.
Same in value. I didn't get you. What same in value?
I mean, in the query, you should give n value, right?
Yeah.
I mean, when we keep the same value, I mean, we shouldn't write like n minus 1.
Okay, you are asking in that way. If you are not using n minus 1 means you should hear what we should write in the joining condition. We are not going to include the equal to. We are directly going to write here I have written in the query. Directly I have mentioned the less than.
Okay.
Yeah, that same syntax you should follow. Here, since is they asked first four maximum or minimum values, you should use the greater than or equal to before starting writing the subquery. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Take down this answer. Then
Yes, ma'am.
return the next query. Write a query to display first three minimum salary. Write a query to display first three minimum salary. Then take down the next query. Write a query to display. Write a query to display first five maximum salary. Write a query to display first five maximum salary. Next query. Write a query to display all the employee details. Write a query to display all the employee details. Those who are earning, those who are earning fourth maximum salary. Write a query to display all the employee details. Those who are earning, those who are earning fourth maximum salary. Fourth maximum salary. Next query. Write a query to display. Write a query to display all the employee details. Write a query to display all the employee details. Those who are joined the company first. Those who are joined the company first. Done.